In this video, I'm going to be recording vocals here in Logic Pro. Now, it's my first time creating an original song using Logic. I am a newbie and we'll be learning as we go. This one's being recorded live to tape, so we don't have the live studio audience here. But if you're watching on the premiere or if you're watching on the replay, hello, leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the song, your ideas, and tell me I'm a bonehead for doing things the wrong way, because I probably will be. All right, got my microphone here. The gear I'm using here, the AKG D5 microphone, my favorite handheld dynamic vocal mic, and we've got Logic Pro set up and ready to go. Now, we've already tracked some sort of do-do-dos and da-da-das here for the vocals, so this is our lead vocal track, and we've got a little call and response that happens here in the chorus. So let's just take a quick listen to what we've got recorded in here right now. So we've just got the da-da-das and the do-do-dos. But what I did is yesterday I took this version, I muted out these vocals, and I walked around listening to this and jotting down vocals, because that's the great thing about being a mobile creator. And look, I come from a mobile background. It's kind of my first time really seriously jumping into the desktop world. I'm still, old habits die hard, and I wanted to write vocals, so I did it while I was out walking around. So these may or may not fit perfectly. In fact, I know for a fact that they won't fit perfectly, but we're gonna bring them in. Let's zoom them in over here onto our screen, and because the song is called "Hey Girl." Now, I had an idea. I didn't have an idea. Someone came to me with an idea. It was Tom, one of my viewers here. He messaged me after yesterday's show and said, you know how you're making the song Hey Girl, wouldn't it be cool if it was Hey World instead of Hey Girl? Because I want it to be about Hey Girl, basically about how, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the moment with the media around misogyny and around the way women are treated, and I wanted it to be a powerful empowerment kind of song. But they said, oh, wouldn't Hey World be good? And then I went back and I'm like, what if we do both? What if we make the first verse Hey Girl and the second verse Hey World? So that's what I'm going to try to start with here at least. So we'll record this in a moment, but let's just make sure that we've got everything set up and ready to rock and roll. The only changes I've made, if you've been following along on this series, is I've kind of cleaned up these drums a little bit, because there's this little break. These are still nowhere near the permanent drums. They're still just a metronome style drum, but because I'm using Drummer here, if we double click into here, what I've got, this is following the bass now. So my kick and my snare drums are going to follow the bass, and I've just put where the breaks are, just so I get the feel for this while I'm singing along. I've got these little breaks that go like this. Just so that I've got those gaps in there. So that's the main change I've made. I've started doing some naming, haven't got very far with it. I've got my acoustic guitar there, my vocals. I've still got to rename these guitars, because this is guitar left and guitar right. We've got two basses in this one. We've got a high bass and a low bass, which is something I haven't done before. That could be interesting, see how that lasts. And that's it. And this lead guitar part that I need to come back to and keep fleshing out. But the goal today is to get at least a couple of takes of this full vocal pass done, tweak the vocals if we need to get something done a little bit differently, and go from there. So let's hire the editor. E is the editor. All right, I'm learning my shortcuts as we go. Like I say, this is a newbie territory for me. So let's just make sure that we've got our vocal track. So this one's muted, but if we right click this, in fact, let's start using. Whoop, I don't know what I did there. Let's start using our keyboard shortcuts. We're going to go Command and D. It's going to create a duplicate track with these same settings. We can now unmute it. We can turn on our monitoring and check. 1, 2, 3. We're coming through there. We'll just turn the volume up a little bit, the output volume, so we can hear my vocal a little bit. Checking the input on my audio interface. Yep, I'm getting green lights. I'm not getting red. Hey, hey, hey. Yep, that looks like it's going to be about the right level. We're not peaking or doing anything bad like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just hit record and do a run through of this one. Now let me bring the lyrics over here so that we can all sing along at the sound of the gong. So there we go. Let's hit record and give this one a crack. What mistake have we made? Yeah, we've got the wrong track selected there. So we'll just undo that, because we don't need to re-record over there. and we want to come back to here. Select the correct track. So you can see there that I had that one selected. I want this one selected. We were monitoring the right one, but we would have been recording and muted, and that wouldn't have been cool. So, take 2. Hands up, who wants to see a change? Who's sick of hearing all of the words and blame? It's time to fix what we have broke. Those thoughts and prayers just ain't doing a lot at all. And I know that the past has been done, but I know we can change. Hey girl. So there was all right. So the first bit there was okay. We'll just we'll chop it here. There's a line there which I don't think I did the way I checked. That the past has been done. So that one there. Know that the past has been. I know that the past has been done. Yeah, maybe it is right, but I know we can change. Yeah, all right, let's go with it. Let's try it. In fact, none of that was particularly good because my voice is still warming up. So you know what? A little hydration, and we're just going to actually delete that out. Yes, we're going to delete, and come back to the start here and record again. And I normally stand while I record vocals. So if I stand up and you just see in my my midriff at any stage, it's just because I'm getting into it, man. I'm getting into it. Let's try this. Hands up, who wants to see a change? Who's sick of hearing all of the words and blame? It's time to fix what we have broke. These thoughts and prayers just ain't doing a lot at all. And I know that the past has been done, but I know we can change. Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. Do you have? Do you have? All right. Let's go back to the start of the second verse there, because we need to chop on in here. Oh, hey girl. All right. So this is one. Do you have the heart to see that the way we're going nuts? Is it okay? Just. That's supposed to be just. The way we're going nuts. Is it okay? I mean, that could be right too. That's very relevant. The way we're going. Again, when I'm typing while I'm walking around, it's not always the most successful. All right. Let's come back and get ready to come in after this last takeout. No, not the start. Undo. It's because I got my cycle record thing on there. It's good. Okay, right. Do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay at all? And will you join me as we plead with those who have all the power to change the world? And I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, hey world, hey world, hey world. Ooh, we were getting some crunchiness in there. That wasn't super cool, was it? So I think that might have been. We didn't have our low latency mode on here, and I've got a lot of plugins and a lot of things going on here. So that's a habit I need to get into is to hit that button before I track. Yeah, it'd be cool if there was a way to there probably is a way to automatically put that on. But let's just here and make sure see if this actually got into the track or whether it was just in the playback. And will you join me as we plead with those who have all the power to change the world? And I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, hey world. Yeah, it's coming through okay. Obviously, we need to do some tweaking on the vocal. Don't worry about the vocal tone, and we need some reverb and some delay, and we need to make that a bit tastier. But just to get down a take here. So there's our take 1 and take 2, which is in the right spot. We'll just shimmy that down. Look, I'm learning where things need to go, because this one needs to come there. So we've got that last word, and it needs to trim right there in between. So when we go between here and here, these 2 takes. Whoops, again, cycle. What's the code for cycle? Is it C for cycle? Yeah, C for cycle. So just so we can turn that off. Girl, do you have the heart to see the... Cool. All right, let's do another complete run through of that vocal, and then we'll overdub the sort of call and response vocals there. So I'm gonna keep on this this same track and record on here, because this will be interesting, because I've never used this sort of take system before, so it'll be interesting to get accustomed, to get used to using vocal takes, because GarageBand iOS that I use usually has vocal takes. It has a take system, but it's really clunky to use, so I normally just record 4 vocals and then trim between them. But I want to use the comping system here within Logic Pro, because why use Logic Pro if I don't use the comping system within Logic Pro? So check 1, 2, 3, we're good to go. We're going to record another take of these vocals, see if we can go the whole way through, so we can start practicing the song, shall we? Probably don't need to hear the whole intro every time, do we? Hands up who wants to see a change, who's sick of hearing all of the words and blame. It's time to fix what we have broke. These thoughts and prayers just ain't doing a lot at all. And I know that the past has been done, but I know we can change. Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. Do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay at all? And will you join me as we plead with those who have all the power to change the world? And I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, hey world, hey world, hey world. I mean, yeah, the voice is a bit crackly and croaky today. It is early morning here, so when I track my final vocals, I usually pick a better time of the day, usually around the middle or towards the end of the day. We can probably stop that now. So yeah, and but the good thing here is that because we've got these comps vocals in here now, we've got multiple takes. We can easily shimmy between the different takes. So there's take 1, there's take 2, there's take 3. And what I just have to learn is, I'm assuming that we can just use the these sort of shimmying here to go between the takes. There we go, and select different ones. So this is what I need to learn in more depth because, for instance, the Hey Girls in that middle section, like I thought that take was okay, but I thought the Hey Girls in that middle section were not so cool. So can we go back to the take one Hey Girls? We just got to work out how we do this. All right, so there's that. So if we go down to here, so I think this is where the Hey Girls come in, is it? Let's find out. But I know we can change. Hey girl. All right, so that's the point where we need it. And by the way, I didn't put the low latency monitoring on again. So there's our Hey Girls. That's where we want that to be. And then we want to go back to take 3 again. Just need to work out how we select. Oh, there we go. I just tapped on take 3 and it's going from take 3. So let's just try this. It should go from take 3. Oh, nope, we're cycling. So it should go all the way back to the start of the recording. It'll go, turn off cycle mode. Can change, hey girl. So it's gone back to that take. Hey girl. My better Hey Girls. Hey girl. Hey girl. Do you have the heart to see? Cool. All right. And again, obviously, I've still not learned these properly, but I'm just kind of winging it as I go. But it is cool that we can just move between those, and I think you can then collapse it back. Yeah, so you can use the little arrow button there to collapse it back, so when we're not playing around with it and comping our takes, we can just come back to here. So we'll go with that for now. Again, these are just our demo tracking vocals that we wanted to pull together here. We now need to do these responses. So during the Hey Girl choruses, we've got these responses that we do here. So we're going to, again, we're going to duplicate out this track. We'll turn off the monitoring and the recording there. We're going to Command D. We're going to set our record and our monitor. Hello, hello, ha, 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 ha. Why am I not hearing that? Because it's muted. There we go. And then we're going to press this button to get, yeah, I can already hear that it tightens it up. And I'm getting less latency, less lag when I'm doing that, which is the point of having this, I'm assuming. So let's try these little responses. I have to bring the words up so I remember what they are. We need. So I just got to make sure I remember what the melody. We need to do a better job. All right, yep, that's what we got. So we'll remute that one. Bring it out. Yep. All right. Okay, so let's just record from a little way back, and then we'll get into the groove of this. It's time to fix what we have broke. These thoughts and prayers just ain't doing a lot at all. And I know that the part has been done. Just practicing some harmonies, potentials. But I know we can change. Hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I'm going to keep to you. That I don't think that was even the the correct melody line. I think I was singing the other melody line. Hang on, I made a promise that I'm going to keep. All right. We need to do a better job. We need to do. All right. So it's actually just hanging out on that note. I thought I was doing it wrong here because when I was recording it here, I was not doing that. So let's delete that. Bye bye. All right. Let's try this one again. Low latency on. Yep. Cool. Record. At all. And I know that the past has been done. But I know we can change. Hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I'm going to keep. Hey girl. Now, is that the right one? Let's just solo these together and make sure I'm actually hitting the right notes here. We need to do a better job. I made a promise that I'm... Ooh, listen to that crunchiness. I'm going to keep... All right, so that's okay. We'll go with that for now. Boom, boom, boom. And then we've got the call and response here in the second time around, where we'll do the same sort of thing. Unsolo those, and come back and hit record, and we'll do our little responses. With those who have all the power to change the world, and I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care which side you're on. We must change what's going on. Hey world. All right, we must change what's going on. All right, I don't care what side you're on. And then I gotta skip a beat. We must change what's going on in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care which side you're on. World, we must change what's going on today. Hey world. I don't know about the d at the end there. That's probably not a thing that we need. All right, cool. So that's where we're at. Let's just play these together and make sure that it's all working. Change, hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I'm to keep. Hey girl, still need work. I just don't care which side you're on. We must change what's going on today. Hey world. I do like the third on the harmony at the end there. I think that works well. And look at the short song. It's only a 2-minute song. I wanted my first song in Logic to be short because I've still got to actually do the full arrangement. We've got to get some keys in here. I've got to do some harmonies. We've got to retrack the guitars. We've got to work out what the heck we're doing with the drums because drummer's just not doing it for me at the moment. But I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in terms of that. Do I plug in the drum kit? Do I put the E drums in here finally? All right, let's just do another. I want a vocal double here. So specifically different from the lead vocal here. So this time we are going to duplicate out, so we've got a completely fresh track, and we're going to record on this one, and I'm just going to record a vocal double just so that we can blend in, especially in the hey girl, to use that. I don't know that we'll use it throughout the whole thing, but we might as well sing the whole thing, because the more we sing it, the better we're going to get. But this time we don't need to go from the very start, so let's just record from here. I'll hit the record button. We'll bring up the OneNote doc, and then we'll go through a take. Hands up, or I could completely miss the start. Side note, so nice to always be in track mode in this view here, because again, coming from GarageBand iOS, when you're only using like one channel and it switches over to a big picture of a microphone, it's like, I don't need that. I want to follow along here, and I can actually do that with this, even though that very time I didn't do that at all. Hands up, who wants to see a change? Who's sick of hearing all of the words and blame? It's time to fix what we have broke. These thoughts and prayers just ain't doing a lot at all. And I know that the past has been done, but I know we can change. Hey girl, do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I to keep. Hey girl, do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay? What melody was I trying to sing that time around? Have the heart to see the hands up. Do you have the heart to see? What was I doing? Do you have the heart? Well, that might be a happy accident. That might be a happy accident because that one might actually sound better singing it a bit like that. Do you have the heart to see? Well, da 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 da. All right, let's try that. Let's just try some harmony. I didn't mean for this to be a harmony vocal part, but we'll give it a go, shall we? Do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay? That's the way at all. And will you join me as we plead with those who have all the power to change the world? And I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care. None of that. Not a bit of it. So no dice. But we will come back here, and I'm gonna do the double. Do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? All right. Do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay at all? And will you join me as we plead with those who have all the power to change the world? And I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care which side you're on. Hey world, we must change what's going on. Hey world, today. Hey world. Oh, the duts at the end. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Oh, I come running back to you. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right. Cool. I think we're on track here. We're starting to get this thing happening. Hands up, who wants to see a change? Who's sick of hearing all of the words? And that's what we'll do with the vocal double. We'll just sort of sit it underneath. It just thickens up that vocal, and I think it makes it sound a bit better. And blame. It's time to fix what we have broke. These thoughts. Do you like that? Broke. Originally we fix what we have broke. I kind of like fix what we have broke. I just like the broke. Yeah. It wasn't in the original melody, but again, it was an accidental bit there. All right, so that's cool. What we can do now, let's save the file, because and I haven't been doing save as's or anything with this. I've been just trusting the fact that Logic is like doing what it needs to do behind the scenes. I don't know if that's the case, but I hope so. Let's bring up our mixer here now that we've got these vocal ideas down here, and yeah, just see if we can add in. It just needs a little bit more reverb, a little bit more, and I think we do have one going into, we've got a couple of reverbs buses over here, so maybe we can just increase the amount. This is my first time. It's my first time. This is my first time kind of working on this sort of thing. So there's okay, oh cool, it does highlight it up the top there. So there's my lead vocal, that's my new one. That's my vocal double there. So on the lead vocal here. So going into bus 5, let's solo our lead vocal, this one here. We'll just solo it, turn off those recordings. So this is this one. Hands up, who wants to see? Now let's increase what's going into bus 3. All of the words, which is and blame. Oh, see, I can't read that. It's there time bus 3. To fix what we have broke. So this is the one that's going into the long ambience. Just ain't doing a lot at all. All right, so that's and I know that's more of your slap back. The past has been done. And what's bus 5? I think this is doing a bit more. But I know we can change. Hey girl. Yeah, that's already like a bit better there. Hey let's girl. Do the same with our vocal double. Hey girl. Hey girl. We'll just send a little bit more into the bus there, and then we've got the response vocals. Do you have the heart to see which the are these ones? Way we go change? Hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl. I made a promise
Hey girl.
All right, cool. Look, I must admit, as someone that's come from a no bus zone, where we don't have the ability to send things out to buses, just being able to have your effects set up there and just decide how much of something you want to go to the effects, because this means that we can use those same buses for pretty much everything and send little bits and pieces of all the different tracks to those same buses. So like later on, if I want to do what I normally do and put the guitars in that same sort of reverb space, which is what I usually do when I record, I can actually add that in. So if I wanted to come in here to these guitars, like this one on bus 3 at the moment, wasn't going there at all. Whoop. So yeah, so now I can make the guitar actually do that. I don't know how that's going to sound. And what's bus 4? Bus 4 over here. So this is another one. So this is a short vocal hall. So yeah, for some reason the guitar's going to a short vocal hall. Because I've used a whole bunch of presets, it's kind of just decided what it's going to put and where. And yeah, we'll learn that as we go. But what I want to do now is we'll lose this one here just so we've got a bit more screen real estate. And I'll play through the track. We better come back here and I've got to work out where all my solos. So I could do it all down here too. So we'll unsolo them down here. That should bring all of our tracks back. Need to do a better job at naming and labeling my tracks here as well, which we'll cover in a future video next week. But in terms of this week's goal, the goal this week was indeed to get this track to a state where it has all of its bits. So now I know the basic arrangement. We've got a demo version of it that's ready to rock and roll. And then next week we'll return and we'll start fleshing out. We'll re-record the guitars in. We'll get the arrangement happening. We'll add some MIDI keys. We'll play around with some MIDI in there. We'll solve the problem of the drums, and we'll re-record these vocals to make sure that they are sparkly, shiny, poppy, cleany. Or something like that. So let's go out now. We'll mix in. We'll do a quick static mix on this as we play out with this version of Hey Girl, or maybe Hey World. I kind of like the idea of it being called Hey World, and it's like the album art's a picture of a globe, and maybe it's like a hand reaching out to the globe or crushing the globe or something like that. That's what's in my head at the moment. So yeah, thank you to Tom for the idea of sort of changing up the meaning and changing it a little bit, because I kind of like it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's play out with this demo version.
Up, who wants to see a change? Who's sick of hearing all of the words
Too much of that slap
and blame? It's time to fix what we have broke. These thoughts and prayers just ain't doing a lot at all. And I know that the past has been done, but I know we can change. Hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I'm going to keep. Hey girl.
Just going to do a quick clean-up job here. I've learnt overnight that when you've got these vocal takes here, you can't trim that way, but if you just give it a quick Command T, you can split it, and then you can trim these off. And that's what I want to do here, because you could hear me like talking at the start. All right, let's go back to our little
no, we can change. Hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I'm going to keep. Hey girl, do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay at all? And will you join me as we plead with those who have all the power to change the world? And I know you may not be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care which side you're on. We must change what's going
need to do one more thing. Duh. I need to do one more thing. I've got, again, when you're listening to a song like this and you get an idea, grab it and do it as soon as you can. That's my advice here, because you'll forget it. And what I want to do is I actually want to pan this vocal hard left, and I want to pan another version of it doubled hard right, because I think this will sound really cool, especially when we add like some spaciness, a little bit more reverb and stuff in the final mix. But it'll sound very nice, wide pan on both sides. So we need to. I'm just gonna listen to this first. We need to do a better. All right, let's just record this in. We'll turn on that low latency monitoring. Hooray! Yay! All right, and hit the record. Oh, I was not ready. Let's just go back a little bit, give myself a little bit more running.
But I know we can change. Hey girl, we need to do a better job. Girl, I made a promise that I'm girl to keep. Hey girl.
All right, that's going to do it on that one, and then we'll do the same down here, and we'll hit the record button. R
In the wrong.
Getting my keyboard shortcuts going on.
We still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care which side you're hey on. World, we must change what's going
we must change what's going on. Yeah.
I'd be the one in the wrong, but we still need your help. Hey world, I just don't care which side you're hey on. World, we must change what's going hey on world, today. Hey
world. Clunk. Duh. All right. So can you hear sort of what I'm hearing here in these sections? I'll use our zoom. Yay, I'm learning the zoom. So it just gives it that little bit more width and a bit more interest in it.
Do you have the heart to see the way we're going just isn't okay? I just don't care which side you're hey on. World, we must change what's going hey on today. Hey world.
Okay. So it didn't quite sound as good as I thought it would, but it's okay. It's in there now. We've got two versions of it recorded there. So there you go. That is where we're up to here on this song. Like I said, if you missed the first couple of episodes where we did the very first sort of tracking session, and then we came in and we recorded a bunch more to create the demo, and now we've added in these actual vocals to replace the do-do-dos and the da-da-das, then check out the playlist down below, and you can go back and watch episodes 1 and 2, and then we will be back next week after, if you're watching this live or close to live, after the full weekend of shows. Don't forget Your Music Live, the Happy Hour, and Garage Band Weekly all happen over the weekend. Until then, though, I will see you on the next one. And hey, if you're in the future, there's probably more videos in the playlist. Go check it out right now. That is going to do it. Please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep creating, and I'll see ya next time.